Samantha was a perfectly normal, healthy woman. That is, until one day, when she woke up to find that her left hand had taken on a life of its own. She watched in horror as her hand reached out and grabbed things without her control. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't make it stop. This was the beginning of her journey with alien hand syndrome. Alien hand syndrome is a rare condition where one hand acts on its own, without conscious control of the person. It is a result of damage to the corpus callosum, the part of the brain that connects the left and right hemispheres. This can happen due to a stroke, a brain injury, a brain infection, or a brain tumor. Samantha was diagnosed with alien hand syndrome after suffering a stroke. The stroke had damaged her corpus callosum, causing her left hand to act on its own. She was shocked and frightened by the sudden change in her body. It was as if her hand was controlled by an alien entity. The symptoms of alien hand syndrome are easy to spot. The affected hand will move spontaneously and sometimes reach out and grab objects. The person may also feel that their hand has a mind of its own, and they have no control over it. In some cases, the hand may even become hostile and try to harm the person or others around them. Samantha's life was turned upside down by her condition. She was unable to perform even the simplest of tasks, like brushing her teeth or getting dressed, without the help of her husband. She was constantly worried about her hand grabbing something it shouldn't, or hurting someone accidentally. She felt like a prisoner in her own body. Samantha's doctor recommended therapy to help her cope with the condition. She was also prescribed medication to help reduce the involuntary movements of her hand. But the therapy and medication only provided temporary relief. Her hand continued to act on its own, causing her frustration and distress. One day, Samantha came across a news article about a surgical procedure that had been developed to treat alien hand syndrome. The procedure involved dividing the damaged part of the corpus callosum, effectively disconnecting the two hemispheres of the brain. The idea was that this would prevent the uncontrolled movements of the hand. Samantha was hopeful. She spoke to her doctor about the procedure, and after several tests and consultations, she was deemed a good candidate for the surgery. The surgery was a success, and after a few weeks of recovery, Samantha's hand was no longer acting on its own. She was finally able to regain control over her own body. Today, Samantha is living a normal life once again. She can perform everyday tasks without any help and no longer lives in fear of her hand acting on its own. She is grateful for the surgical procedure that changed her life, and she wants to spread awareness about alien hand syndrome and the treatment options available to those who suffer from it. In conclusion, alien hand syndrome is a rare and debilitating condition that can have a profound impact on a person's life. But with proper treatment and support, those who suffer from this condition can overcome it and live a normal life once again. So if you or someone you know is experiencing alien hand syndrome, don't hesitate to reach out to a doctor or medical professional. There is hope, and there is a way to regain control over your own body.